freshman quarterback, you need to play well this week versus we need to help our young quarterback? And how do you balance how much responsibility is put on him to make plays?
It's football. It's college football. I think the guys around him have to play well, but I think, with that, once you step under center, it is what it is. Okay, I mean, he's not a freshman playing his first game anymore. He's been in the SEC, and doesn't mean that it gets any easier. But what you have to do is you got to persevere through the tough times, and you got to make sure, that you stand tall, and when things don't necessarily go your way. And that's what he is. That's what he's been able to do. I don't see him flinching. I don't see anybody else around him flinching. So let's just move forward. Let's get ready to play one heck of a ball game.
Derek, when one or two plays can beat you, do you coach the defense differently, saying, hey, we cannot allow that one or two plays to beat us, or do you just stay with what you've done all year?
Man, we're going to be who we are. Our defensive identity doesn't change, just because the wind's blowing the other way. I think what we got to do is, stick to, what our foundation is. We want to play well, and we look to play well. We need to make more plays. There were too many big play opportunities out there. Three missed interceptions, one fumble, and recovery that we didn't get on. Hey, man, those things change games. Let's be better at doing the things that we need to do. Let's be opportunistic, and if we do that, man, we'll like the way this game turns out.
With some issues that you had on special teams last week in the block punt and those sort of things, versus playing a really good special teams squad in Tennessee, does the practice time go up? Does the focus go up more in special teams this week?
No, it's just all hands on deck. You'll see Ralph Webb on special teams. You're going to see every dude, okay, that's a guy in this program on special teams. Every dude. Okay, every guy, okay, man, who's an impact player is playing on special teams. We need all hands on deck. It's that game. We got one guaranteed. Let's go.
You don't have that one guy who's gotten to the quarterback a lot this year, but you've gotten sacks up and down the lineup. Is that what you envision coming into this year, that you get guys from all over the defense getting there?
That's what this defense is built on. It's built on, everybody having a chance to rush, everybody having a chance to get an opportunity to drop in coverage. You've seen D linemen drop, you've seen backers drop, and obviously secondary plays back there. But you've also seen everybody have a chance to blitz, and that's why it's all over the place in terms of numbers. We care more about the team concept than we do the individual accolades. And when you do that, you push yourself towards a mentality that can put you in a place where winning is possible. So right now, I'm not worried about the individuals. I'm more worried about team concept, what we do, unit concept, and how we play. So if the production comes from, a no-name guy, so be it. It's just his turn, and everybody's got to be willing to take their turn.
You always talk about earning the right on first and second down to get after the quarterback.
That's right.
How have you done when you've gotten to those third down situations? I mean, you feel like you've won more often than not in those situations, too?
Oh, man, we've won enough. I do know that we won enough. 6 or 17 last week. That's not good enough to me. The standard for me, I want to be around 25% if I can. I think we're around 34. That's not good enough, especially for us. The margin of error is slim. And so for us, we just have to continue to make sure that we practice the way we want to play. Today looked like a better practice. More balls picked. More balls broken up, and more opportunities for guys to get the ball carriers. So I like what I saw today, and that's what we got to be about.
Talking about the Tennessee's running game and what makes them effective, it's a lot of the games, at least this season, has been that second level. Once they get past the first wave, they pick up those yards. Is that kind of what you see, and how do you defend that? Yeah,
that's what I see. I see them doing a great job of getting their backs to the second level, and with that, man, we've had some trouble at times, with the ball getting to the second level and missing angles. But it gets back to team defense, team concept, more hats to the ball. Is it about guys straining to get off blocks and making sure that they're getting there? Remember, population is what makes good defense good defense. You got to populate around the ball. So I think if we can populate around the ball, I think we'll like exactly how we defend these guys.
You called the defense last year against Tennessee, so this is the first time you've gone against the same opponent calling the play twice. How is that experience different for you, looking at a team you faced before calling the plays?
Well, I'm sure Tennessee's going to look at the game last year and try to figure out, exactly, what that game looked like. But calling this game this year is going to be totally different. You can't do what you've always done, against an opponent. You know, I mean, they'll be ready for some of the stunts and games and things that we did a year ago structurally. And you know what? We have some things that we put into play. Started on Sunday just in terms of structure. Had a chance to get on the grass today and really take a look at it. So I'm excited about scheming these guys. They're different than they were a year ago, and we have to be a little different structurally than we were a year ago. Again, you got to keep them guessing. They're going to keep us guessing.
One more question.
Kept talking about just Kyle Shermer today. You gonna ride with him more instead of switching guys in and out like you did the last game?
Absolutely. That's what we need to do. Here it is. We're looking at where we're at. Doesn't mean that Johnny, can't play, won't play, or won't be available. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying for us, Kyle Shermer needs to step on the football field. He needs to get a feel for what this Tennessee rivalry is and what it means and how this game needs to be played. And with that, the only way you get better is to play.
That's Vanderbilt head coach Derek Mason. Now let's go down I-24, where MTSU head coach Rick Stockstill preparing to take his Blue Raiders on the road against Texas San Antonio.
Got our last game, regular season game this week, San Antonio. Again, this is a team that, in my opinion, is gotten better each week. They're 3-8. You can't look at their record. They've played really well at home. They had I think they got beat 30-3 or 27-3 to Kansas State. They lost by 2 to La Tech. They lost by 4 or 5 to Old Dominion. They lost by 3. In another home game. So they play really well at home. They've got really good players. They're very athletic. They present a lot of problems, both schematically and with the athleticism of their players on offense and defense. I have a ton of respect for Larry Coker, their coach, and what he stands for. He's a true professional. He's done a phenomenal job in his college coaching career at every stop that he's been. So I have a ton of respect for him and the job that he's done everywhere that he's been, and especially now at Texas San Antonio and building this program. So, this is a game that, you don't look at the record. You don't look at the record of them. We know this is going to be a dogfight. I really believe that. So we'll have to prepare that way this week to prepare to play our best game. I have no doubt in my mind that we'll have a great week of preparation. And this journey started, 3 or 4 months ago, back in August when we reported, and now it's about finishing the season. We've accomplished, a goal of getting to a bowl and being bowl eligible and all that, but that game's not going to be played for a while. So I want to finish this season. That's our mindset of let's finish this game out. So have a ton of respect for this team we're getting ready to play.
Coach, I guess that answered my first question. Is that what was the locker room like yesterday? And when you guys met, it seemed like they were more, focused and ready to get on to this UTSA game and understand getting to that 7th win is crucial.
Well, you were further away from our locker room than you were at FAU, so you couldn't hear it. But we celebrated just as much, just as hard. We were as excited about winning that game, beating North Texas, as we were any game that we've had this year. So like I said last week, winning is hard. It's hard to win games. And everybody wants to look at a record and think you're supposed to beat this team by so many points. And FAU had 2 wins going into our game, and I told everybody that it was going to be a tough ball game, and it ended up being a 1-score game. And then the very next week they go to overtime with the number 6, 7, 8 team in the country in Florida. So winning is hard. It's hard to win games. And sometimes people don't realize that or understand how hard winning is. I do, we do, and that's why we celebrate. We're going to enjoy every win. And so we celebrated, but we understand you enjoy it for 24 hours, and then when you come back to work on Sunday, you've reset the button, and it's time to get focused on your next opponent. And this one is Texas San Antonio, and that's what we did yesterday. I think we understand where we are and what we want to accomplish.